Everybody, this is Crystal Carver, and this is my Peeps, the assignment that we need to do about our family tree. So it's kind of intimidating seeing some of your Peeps that you would already put on, the website and on YouTube, because mine's going to be kind of boring compared to a few other people, but here goes. We'll start with me over here. My name is Crystal Pinson Carver. I was born on January 20th, 1968 in Ellijay, Georgia. I have graduated Reinhardt College and North Georgia College, which is now the University of North Georgia. I'm a 5th grade teacher at Jasper Middle School, and I married my husband, Terrence Carver, on January 1st of 2010. I am one of 2 children. I have an older brother named John Anthony Pinson, who actually also went to North Georgia College and obtained a secondary degree in history education. Now we'll start with my parents. My father, if you look up at the top here, was William Samuel Pinson. He was born January 3rd, 1938 in Ellijay, Georgia. He's a veteran of the U.S. Army. He retired from Lockheed as a department manager. He was there for 30 some odd years. Unfortunately, he passed away on August 1st of 2005. And my father was one of 10 children. He was the 3rd child born. He had an older brother and an older sister. Now, my mother is named Gertrude Pankey Pinson, and she hates her first name. She was born on July 22nd of 1941, also in Ellijay, and she actually went to school to be a cosmetologist, and that is what she retired from. She's still with us, age 77, and she does not look like a 77-year-old, but she's doing great. Now we'll go to my dad's parents. Dad's father's name was Sam. He was born on September 18th, 1908 in Ellijay. He died February 22nd, 1985. When I was a junior in high school, he had a heart attack. Dad's mom's name was Desi Greenway, and I think that her family may have been from Alabama, but she was born in Ellijay on February 20th, 1916, and she died on June 6th of 1996. She was a homemaker. I believe my grandfather may have been a timber cutter, but I'm not positive about that. Okay, we'll go to my mom's parents. Her father was Thomas James Pankey. Actually, I think his name was James Thomas Pankey, so I got those two backwards. He was born in 1911 in Ellijay. Died on March 29th, 1968. He was also a timber cutter. My mother's mother was Ona Leonor Banks. She was born in 1917 in Ellijay and died on March 29th of 1968. And you may have noticed that they both have the same day that they died on the same day. And that's because there was a house fire, and my mom lost both her parents and her 3 youngest sisters on that same day. She had 2 brothers that were also in the house who managed to get out before the fire consumed the house. One is named Lloyd, and he just turned 60 a few days ago, and he was only 8 when the fire occurred. And her oldest brother, Emery, also got out, and I'm not sure of his age at the time. But that's the worst thing that she's probably had to deal with in her whole life. But Mom's grandparents were John Pankey, and he was alive from 1880 to 1916. And Eleanor Quarles, one of Mom's sisters, was actually named after Eleanor Quarles because that was her name, Eleanora. And my grandmother's parents were John D. Banks and Virginia Jenkins. And they died in 1977 for John and 1954 for Virginia. Now I'm going to keep going with Mom's side. Her great-grandfather was James Wiley Pankey, and Juliana Ann Elder was her great-grandmother. On her father's side, maternal great-grandmother was Andrew Jackson Quarles and Mary Ann Goebel. I could not find any information on her grandfather's parents, and she really couldn't remember what their names were or when they were born, or when they passed away. Now, her mother's mother, her parents were James Turner Jenkins and Mary Miller. Now, in a few areas in this spot, There were a few times when a couple of these folks remarried. And I'm pretty sure that John Banks may have died in a logging accident, and so Virginia remarried. And so Mom's got some cousins that are like half first cousins. So we'll go up to Dad's side. His father's father was Samuel J. Pinson, and the mother was Emma Amarantha Gaddis. And then the only information I could find about their parents was Barley Grady Pinson was my grandfather's grandfather. And the only thing I could find was Susan E. was his wife. I do not know anything about my grandmother's side of the family, and there's only really one person that's still living, one of my uncles on my dad's side, that could probably give me that information, but I couldn't get in touch with him this weekend. I'm pretty sure that he's on vacation right now. So this has really kind of got me interested in learning more about my family, because I haven't really gone back beyond my grandparents. So this is probably going to be something that I'm going to put a little more time into later on, hopefully when graduate school's over, so I could find out exactly where, all these folks came from. I know they're not all from Georgia. I think some of Mom's family came from North Carolina, and also some of Dad's family as well, and even South Carolina. And there were a few members, I know a few of Mom's family members were in the Civil War, and I'm pretty sure a few of Dad's family members, like his grandfather, was also in the Civil War. So that's pretty much my family tree. I hope you enjoyed it.